Yeah, it's your boy Polo, the Swag King, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And man, I'm clipping. I see the red. Billy, you see the red?
I see the red.
Yeah, we ain't coming in right. But I got Billy in the building. I like to say the last name, but I'm going to keep it a little bit private. And just in case y'all motherfucker want to stalk a motherfucker or something.
Come on.
And you want to stalk her? What kind of person is you?
El Vito Loco.
You want to stalk her?
Yeah, come on.
Okay, but I still ain't going to say his damn last name. But man, we like to welcome y'all to another episode. We out here chilling. This is I call him my grandpa.
Yep.
He really ain't. He white. I'm black, y'all. So
I'm pink.
You pink?
You ain't black either.
Yeah, it is a little caramel. It is a little caramel. Motherfucker, you look darker than me now. We look at put the baby. That is kind of fucked up. You supposed to be.
Yeah. Keep on.
But I'm just saying, damn it. But it is what it is.
That's right.
I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with you.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you either.
Okay.
None of us.
Yep. So we got that understood. But I guess we got. I don't know what. We got to figure out a name for it. We ain't even got into our topics or the cards.
Hey, we'll let it roll from them.
Hey man, what we do today though? We
had a good time. Had a family time. Had Easter.
Yeah. Man, your mama be dressing.
Mm-hmm.
She had the matching earrings in the day.
Just like your mama.
Yeah,
might be a lot of each other. That's who we need to get together.
Man, we ain't gonna get them a port if we do.
Yeah. Hey,
we put them motherfuckers together.
And we'll be this big around.
Man, yeah, and we had some good eating.
Mm-hmm.
Crawfish.
Yep. But you know, we did
Oreo. What was it? Was an Oreo.
What do you call it? Thing?
It was like an Oreo pie.
Cherry. What do they call them? White cutter.
It was something. Man.
I can't even think of the name of them now.
I know it was an Oreo something.
Yep.
Cause I got a song called Oreo.
Yep. But it was good.
We had the ham.
Yep. Ribs.
Ribs, you know.
All kinds of.
We had butter beans.
Yep.
Butter beans. Oh no, they were lima
beans. They had
there was a lot of shit on the stove.
Macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and mashed potato and gravy. Yep. That's some good eating.
I'm gonna have to eat again for a week.
How many eggs you think we had? Cause the kids, I know one of them had like 37. One had like 40.
Oh, it was over 200 Easter eggs. They had 205. I think is what they said. Either 205 or 235.
Mm-hmm. They had money. Some of them had candy, money. And the kids enjoyed it. I don't know how we felt about it,
hey,
but the kids.
That's what the kids. That was for the kids.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even get out of bed at about 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I got up about 8, but I didn't do. You know, it's 10 o'clock before I even took my sleeping pants off. Or later than that, because you was already up.
That was shit, man.
Lazy people.
Imagine that. Well, we getting into some topics. Me and Billy was just in there. We still clipping too, Billy.
Yep.
I don't know. And that's why I said we got to get that.
It
is
so
what it is. But here's the thing. If people listen to us, they go listen to us.
That's right.
And, you know, they should understand.
Yep.
Hopefully they do.
Yep.
You
know, they might understand that, but they ain't going to understand us. They have to think to understand us.
You might be right on that. Look, I don't understand myself at times.
Me either. Let the good times roll.
I see. I match you on that one. I don't even know which way I want to go. Look, dealer's choice.
Backwards. That one.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Might as well.
This one?
No, the other one. You keep
this
on.
One?
Yeah. That's right there.
Let's go. Backwards or front?
It don't matter. Start in the middle.
All right. You said start in the middle. The $60 million player, $65 million, the Angels player.
Yep.
Two-way player.
But that comes.
What that mean, two-way player? I don't know.
He pitches and he plays the field. He also a good hitter.
Is he worth $65 million for one season?
Well, they're paying pitchers $40 million.
Okay.
Paying batters $40 million. So
what you telling me? I need to start playing baseball.
That's right.
I need to start playing baseball.
Baseball is the only thing you can do 30% of the time.
I think all that money guaranteed.
Yeah, and be great. Think about it. If you shot 30% from the field in basketball, what would they do? You wouldn't make it for them. But if you hit that little white ball coming at that plate 30% of the time, you've done a good job.
Boy, you said a whole mouthful of damn.
But see, all your Japanese, he came from Japan. And a lot of the Japanese stars are two-way players.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
so two-way mean they can pitch and hit. They offense and defense, basically. Yeah. Okay.
But, Babe Ruth was one of the first two-way players in baseball. And what was Jim Thorpe? I'm going way back now.
I don't know.
You're
going way back. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about right now.
He was a two-way player. So it ain't new in Major League Baseball. It's just new in the modern era. Because, see, now you got a guy that goes out there, pitches 7 innings.
Mm-hmm.
They bring on.
And then don't they train the pitchers out because they arm get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then they bring in the setup man, then they bring in the closer.
Closer job, but he go strike everybody out. Yep. I know a little something. I don't know him a lot.
But, I didn't never think a two-way player.
But you think he worth $65 million for one season?
Ain't nobody worth that kind of money.
I agree with you on that shit.
No,
I want to see him. I just want to lay my eyes on him. You know what he look like?
No, never seen him. But it's according to what that guy's doing.
But he from the Angels, and I want to.
Yeah, but he came out of the Japanese baseball league.
So you know a little bit about
him? I know a little bit about him. I read, but it's according on what he's doing with that money. If he's blowing it and doing drugs and this and that and using it, you don't know, that man might be giving half of it to a charity over in Japan just to
help them fuck with us. Did I say something wrong? No. Help them fuck with us. Because China worried about it. China really pushing the fucking issue. That China really want to test us.
They don't want to test us.
Nah, I ain't saying nothing like that.
They might want to test this president, but they don't want to test the United States of America.
Okay. And I see your eyebrow getting a little deep. Mm-hmm. We gonna move on.
My name for him is Bald.
Now I know you, and this one thing I do know, Billy. You's a veteran, and so when it come to anything dealing with military or something like that, I respect your opinion about it.
But see, we got a ballless president.
But he ain't got no balls.
No, you walk up to him, slap him, and he'd probably kiss you. Yeah. I don't think
you slap that motherfucker, he gonna kiss you.
Yeah. Because he's that chicken, I'm going to do something else.
But what, you think his wife could be better? Because you had the LSU girls.
Yep.
And the Iowa State girls. And she said she wanted to invite both of them to the White House. But they were like...
See, I disagree with that.
Hell yeah, it's only one winner.
They're breaking a tradition.
I agree.
And they want to go off and visit them at their college, the president and his wife. That's fine.
Boy, you said a mouthful.
But you don't bring them
to the White House. That's for the champions.
That's for the champions. But
I agree.
I think LSU's got players that's not even going.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little biased. I'm from the South.
I am too. But if you're part of that team, you should be at the Capitol where you recognize them or like them or hate them.
I agree.
You're a team. You want it as a team.
100%. And I have never seen the runner-up get invited to the White House. I've never seen it in history.
I don't think I have either.
You haven't, because it ain't happened. But, okay, cool. And look, we opened up real good.
But you even look at the Army-Navy game.
Mm-hmm.
President sits on one side, one half, moves around to the second half. They don't come see the winner of that game. Don't come see him because they ain't national champion. But you know, team TEAM.
Ain't no I in team.
Nope.
But I agree. And then I also say this. We kind of sliding off, but I want to stay on this lane. With the teams and all that, and I think because Iowa was all white, LSU was
predominantly black.
Yeah, and I think if it wasn't that spectrum, it wouldn't even been that big of a deal. But this is what I'm trying to say. The media made it something that it wasn't, because even the white the white, I can't think, it's Clarkson or whatever the white girl name is, and she's a hell of a basketball.
You didn't think they were talking?
No, she's a hell of a basketball player, and she did the John Cena shit, and then the Reese girl, the black girl, she did that shit, but the white girl, Clarkson, I think her name is, she came back and said, don't nobody need to be saying none of that. She's a fucking, and we're basketball players.
Right.
We're tenacious. I'm missing the word I'm trying to get, but they're both competitive.
But
and it's not like that.
And the news blew it out of proportion.
I think so too.
Because the girl did it straight in front of her face, and she clapped for her.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they made it something it wasn't.
Right, yeah, they blew. Media fucks up everything.
And that's why we look Polo's POV. I got I ain't gonna say your last name. I got Billy in the building. I ain't gonna say your last name, man.
Alright.
Yeah, because I don't know. But that's how we feel about it. And Billy is an older white person. I'm a middle-aged black man, and we stay together.
Yep, family.
And everything is everything. So, but what I think the media tried to make it was something that it wasn't, and they're just competitive athletes.
But
but my kids will do it outside.
Yep, but look, the referee stayed out of it.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back and watch the game. I didn't even watch the game.
I watched that part of it, the 10 minutes all that went on, and the referee stayed out of it, which they should have.
Get your credentials in, because I feel like you want to go that way anyway.
I don't want to go that way, but what I'm saying is,
no,
the referee.
Have you
Yeah, I referee soccer at the professional level.
Okay.
But the referees stayed out and let them enjoy their game. If they would have jumped into that, they would have had to thrown at least 4 players out. They would have got 4 people. Did
it get that messy? Like I said, I didn't see it.
No, it would have if the referees would have.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
No. The referees did their job and let them decide.
You think they kept it clean?
I think they did.
Okay.
And actually,
I got to go back and see it.
Actually, the coaches coach from LSU got told to sit down one time.
Yeah. Was they stepping on the floor?
No, she stepped on the line. The referee just, he
like
didn't
get your ass back.
Yeah, just motion her back, and then he did the same thing with the other coach. So the referees didn't decide the game; the players did it.
But they lost by 17, or was it 15 or 17?
15, 17.
And so it wasn't even.
No, but also.
But as from a referee standpoint,
they did the best job I've seen in a national championship. They did better than the men's did in their championship.
And I agree with you. I gotta go back and watch it. We have to watch that bitch together.
Yep. But in my opinion, and this is what I think about the people that referee umpire doing, you do the least you can to control the game. The game belongs to the players. You're just enforcing the rules. And
then both players look. I think it's the Reese. That's the black girl. Right. The Reese, and then the Clarkson person is white. And both of them said, "We good."
Well, they walked off the court arm in arm.
Yeah. And once again, the media just made it something it wasn't.
That was her signature. It wasn't.
But I ain't gonna lie, I'm a shit type. I'm a competitive player too. And white or black, you go be competitive if you done been training your whole life.
All right, if your competitive move was
that should.
And somebody did it to you,
I won't give a fuck. I'm gonna show them why they shouldn't do it to me no more. I'm gonna dunk on their ass the next time.
But you got to consider the girl that they did it to scored her 34 points.
Yeah, both of them was the truth.
Yeah.
Reese and Clarkson was the truth.
Yeah, but
and I didn't even watch the game, but I know
they were both competitors.
Both of them going to the WNBA,
and they're gonna go 1-2.
Both of them going to the WNBA.
They'll go 1-2 this year. If the girl from Iowa has one more year eligibility, but not at Iowa, she can go as a both
of them going professional.
Yeah, but she
easy.
What do you call it when you graduate something transfer? She done there 4 years at Iowa. Now she can do a graduate.
You might want let's change the subject.
I don't know more than I know how to say it anyway.
I mean, neither. Both of them bitches going pro though. I can tell you that. Both of them
get the money.
I don't even know where I want to go with dealer's choice again.
Yep, go for it.
I want to go do this because I want to talk about kids and some shit. No, I want to go here.
All right, go for it.
Women being the breadwinner.
I know your opinion on it.
Do you really? What you think I would think?
You're against it because you think it's mad.
No, the fuck I'm not. But okay, go ahead.
But I think
we gotta break that down. Right. Women being the breadwinner. That means she bringing the majority of the income in the household, and then if you did not have that woman, you may or may not survive.
Yeah, but it happens every day. People just don't think about it.
But okay, I think this level I want to go on it. How does a man feel about that? Like it might be a understanding between the man and the woman, but as a man, do that make you feel less than a man or no?
No, because if she's at work, my job's to take care of that house, just like most families, both people work now anyway.
I give you that.
All right.
But
if you have one person, let's say a super duper lawyer that makes
a super duper lawyer,
$5 to $6 million a year.
He a super duper lawyer.
Yeah. But I'm saying if you have one breadwinner, it's gonna have to be somebody.
But I'm saying I think some men would have a problem with that, but it's for the simple fact that they're not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't saying I would. I ain't saying you would. Now, me personally, I wouldn't. I feel like if you're together, who knows how this life turns?
That's right.
You might be the breadwinner. You might not be the breadwinner. But if y'all are together,
but you know, if it's a good Christian family, they're gonna make the household decisions together.
Because I have done it. I done been on both sides of this.
I have too.
I done been on it, but while I was sitting there, I made sure everything was, when she got home, and then I was out looking for a job.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But when she got home, I made sure her dinner was done, the kids off the bus, and, you know, I made sure all that shit was straight.
Yep.
But I don't know.
But, you know, I think that...
But some men feel demasculated.
But he ain't a true man then. That's my opinion. If you sit there, now, I'm against if your wife's head of the household and you sit there and make a mess all day and don't do nothing, that's a sorry man. But if that man does his job at home and they discuss their bills and stuff.
But how he supposed to be the man if he's not actually doing man shit?
You know what? Well, I'm not a male chauvinist pig anyway, so, you know, I don't say this job's a male job, this job's a female job. I'm not into that. If you work, you work.
I'm going to tell you right now, my wife, My wife ain't. Why you think my wife do not do trash? She said it's a man job, and I told her show me the list of what a man job is, and but it's certain shit she just ain't gonna do because she feel like that's what the man supposed to do.
Well, and also you got kids; they got to have something to do.
Yeah, if it was up to me, the motherfucker would do everything.
Yep.
If it was up to me, I'm just being real because I know what I do and I know what I.
Well, I know what you both do, so.
No, so I don't know, but it's certain shit she just not gonna do it, and then I'm not mad at her for not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but when I was growing up, I had a sister, and we didn't have guy and girl chores.
Yeah.
We switched.
That's an interesting point.
We switched every week.
That's an interesting point because, like you said, when you were growing up, you didn't have that. But for some way, the way my wife, she, it's certain shit, it just ain't gonna do it in her eyes.
Yep.
And I'm looking at that gap. When that's a whole nother, we're gonna have to have a whole lot of podcasts. But let's move along. But I'm.
But what is a breadwinner? That man's working. If he's doing his job, he's working just as hard at home as if she's working at her work.
I agree, but how does that make the man feel? And then that's the whole point of it. A woman being the breadwinner, if she was the sole provider, how would a man feel as, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, I probably wouldn't, I don't know. If I'm being totally honest, I'll be trying to do something because I don't, because here's the thing. Let's say, looking at it on the spectrum, who's to say if the woman get upset or she get mad and she decide, hey, get your shit and throw your shit out in the street because you're not the breadwinner.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I don't know, and that's why I think it's a good topic and a good conversation.
Same thing that happened if a man's ahead. He get tired of his wife shit and throw her out.
I wouldn't throw my wife out.
Hell no, she'd kill your ass.
Yeah, she probably would.
But what I'm saying is, it's no different from the man being the head.
But that's what I'm saying. As you missing one of the concept. It's cool if the man doing it, but if the woman was the sole provider,
right?
How does that make the man? Because for one, to me personally, it demasculates the man. He's not a man because he's looking to a woman for his sole provider, and that takes, you can't call him a man. You know what I'm saying? It's a sticky fucking conversation.
Yeah, it is.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree. It's just according to what frame of mind I'm in is whether I'm gonna like it or not.
That's a good point too. But I don't know. I think that, and that's why I had it, because we talking about life, love, and all the above.
Yep.
And that's, I don't know. But now, if he was a homosexual man, he wouldn't have no problem with it.
Probably not.
If he, hold on, watch it. I gotta get my disclosure. This is Polo's POV. This podcast do not represent any platform or publisher that carries this podcast. I gotta get that's my disclosure.
All right.
Yeah. But because they'll counsel you on some, and that's the word we live in. They'll counsel you on some shit like that.
Yep.
But me and Billy talking about some real shit, and we didn't even read through half the cue cards.
I know.
We getting there.
Yep.
But we stuck on this one.
Yep.
And here's the cue: women being the breadwinner.
Yep.
And I don't know how people feel about that. And I ain't gonna lie, if me and my wife, I wouldn't give but I know my wife, and I know she got my best interest at heart. So it really
But,
it really wouldn't make a fuck to
what
me.
What country is that the women are the head of the household? Somewhere over in Africa.
They go have to be deep in Africa. And you got Saudi Arabia. They ain't even allowed to drive.
Yep. But what I'm saying is,
I think they just started them to drive, though. I think they did just start them to drive.
But these women were the warriors back in the. They're the ones that went out.
Oh, you talking about that movie that you said you didn't want to watch, The Woman King?
Yeah. And that's based on true facts.
I know it is.
So,
But I think if the woman, and we got to move on, we'll switch it up. But I think if the woman got your best interest in mind and y'all know y'all together, then
it ain't gonna work for everybody.
It won't.
And if that's the case, the man needs to go out and get him a job, and they both take care of the household.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good topic. We stayed on that bitch a long time.
Yeah, we did. I didn't think it was going to be that good till we got into it.
That was a good topic, though. It's something.
I could wake up every morning and change my mind on that topic.
What about Rick Ross? Huh? You probably don't even know who Rick Ross is.
Nope.
He jumped out there. He used to be. Look, I'm finna give you the history on him.
All right.
He used to be a probation officer, and then he dropped the song "Every Day I'm Hustling."
Okay.
And he owned a lot of wing stops. His son, he passed it off to his son, and but apparently he in Fayetteville, Florida. That's a predominantly black neighborhood. And apparently his buffaloes, Bill, I definitely want your input on this. His buffaloes getting out. And his neighbors complaining about his buffaloes getting out. And he said, man, just give him an apple or some shit. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? A buffalo?
Yeah, buffalo's a huge animal.
I mean, you're fucking right.
If it's like it is in Mississippi, your cow will get out there and you call somebody to have
man,
a wreck.
we gonna shoot him dead in Mississippi.
Yeah, but if it gets out there and causes a wreck and causes somebody to die in Mississippi, you can be charged with manslaughter.
Well,
because your cow got out.
But he ain't got a cow; he got a buffalo.
Still same thing. It's an animal.
No, it's worse. I think I deal with a cow for a buffalo.
Me too, but I'm just saying it's the same principle. A four-legged animal.
So what wrong with this man think it's okay for his buffalo? For one, if you go have these exotic ass animals,
you need to control them.
And you need to have, you know what I'm saying? Then I shouldn't have to deal with that because I bought a house next to yours.
That's right. But
a fucking buffalo.
But
I ain't gonna bullshit. What you think? What you gonna do with buffalo? You walk out.
I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker.
That's what I'm gonna do too. What the fuck? He ain't talking about feed him an apple and something. Man, what the? And we got kids around. It's a fucking buffalo. Let me say it one more time. It's a fucking buffalo.
Yep.
Are you fucking crazy?
But he got money, so he thinks he can do whatever he wants.
I don't give a fuck about money, but I got kids.
I do too.
Man, what the fuck? He's tripping like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then if you got money, you should have the money to keep your goddamn buffalo and what the fuck, bro?
Around here, there's a farmer.
Man, that wouldn't last 2
minutes.
2 minutes. Yep. 2 minutes. Somebody be done blow their head off. And they should blow their head off. It's not. And then you got to think about a buffalo, bro.
It's twice the size of a damn cow.
And they look intimidating. And you look outside your window, it's a beast sitting there.
Absolutely.
And you got kids running. We got Ginger and Cosmo and Boz. No. But he talking about feed him an apple and bring him back home. I don't mess with you.
That ain't just your job to go catch him. Now, if I see a man's cattle out around here and he's having trouble getting them, I'm going to help him get them back in the fence. Because I'm that kind of person. You don't have to. But if that man's trying to get that cow back, that's his cow, so he won't take. You don't see that around here.
You're right.
How many cows we see out around here? Most of them at the fence trying to get back in.
Mm-hmm. It's very close, and then we ain't got to help them put them back in.
They
owners get their ass back in,
and usually they know it before we do.
Yep. But that motherfucker ain't got no cow. He got a buffalo.
Buffalo's a dumb animal.
Man, imagine we started moving. I think Utah just passed a law. I made a you ain't gonna hear it. Utah just passed a law. The parents got to give approval for the kids to use TikTok, which I ain't mad about that. And you know they don't want TikTok on government phones.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the state's place to do it, but some parents ain't got enough, don't supervise their kids at all. My kids, or grandkids or whatever around here, ain't gonna get on nothing like that unless I know about it and watch it.
But here's the problem: that what it is. This was damn, baby. We're making good time. We got 13 minutes. We got. What it is, the government, because TikTok is owned by China.
See, I think it should be.
But that's why they don't want it on government phones, and they think they spying it in.
They are.
I think so too.
But I think Siri or whatever you talk to her, what you call
that bitch don't listen to me.
No, but I think it spies on us too.
She probably does.
Now, you think that thing's so smart it knows when you call it's a name? Maybe. But that thing cutting on listening to what we say all the time. Why do you think we get the ads on it that we get?
Good point.
If it ain't listening.
No. But that bitch don't supposed to be listening. I consider her so she won't listen. She don't supposed to be listening. She don't supposed to be showing shit. Don't supposed to be. But, you make a good point. Absolutely. I'm playing the conspiracy. You have to go back and listen to this one. I played the conspiracy. It's got some shit. Let's see what else we got, Bill. We already talked about. Oh yeah. What about the driverless taxis?
Hey man, they can't in San Francisco. Going out there, I don't want to ride in one of the drivers driving.
I don't know neither. I ain't gonna bullshit. I don't either. And I'm a 49er fan, but I don't want to.
I think driverless vehicles are still 20 years away. Totally driverless. We'll have a flying.
I'm scared of the AI, bro. You need to watch that Megan movie I just watched.
But we'll have flying cars before we.
They already got them.
I mean,
they got flying cars, flying motorcycles, but it's just the price tag on them. So
what I'm saying is, we'll have flying cars and flying vehicles, motorcycles before we have a driverless.
No, they already running these, Bill.
Yeah, but they ain't safe as hell. Look at how many accidents they have.
These ain't crashed yet. Not what I'm talking about. They got driverless taxis. Them bitches ain't. Now the Teslas and with the autonomous driving, they done had problems. But I'm telling you, these motherfuckers ain't crashed yet. And that's experimental.
Yeah.
People getting in them, no driver, and it's taking them where they want to go. It's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, hell, I don't even like getting in the car with people driving sometimes, so I might be better off with the driver. I
don't get no DUI. I don't give a fuck. That's me now, Long. I don't get no DUI. I'm good.
But stuff's getting too smart for our own good now. When we
I
start
agree.
robots thinking for us.
I agree 100%. That's a pretty good podcast. We down in the 10-minute range. You've been sitting over there. I hope it's been picking you up, man.
Oh, it does.
But I want to get you. Make sure we getting. I don't know. We winding down.
Yep. Well, I think we got time for one more, ain't we?
I ain't got no more content.
All right. Well, since we ain't got no more content.
You want to do one off the dribble?
Yeah, I want to talk about
we can do one off the dribble,
the
bro.
number one.
Hold on, let me end this. We'll do another one real fast, right here, right now.
I just want to talk about the Jets and Favre and not Favre.
Right.
What's his name?
We'll talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about.
We'll talk about it next week. I want to do a little research on the NFL draft. I'm gonna bang y'all's brains next Sunday.
That nigga say he go bang y'all brain. I called him a nigga, but he really white. But he said he go bang y'all brain.
I told you I was pink.
Hey, you did too. You did too. That motherfucker pink. That's what he said. Hey, y'all, this has been another episode of Polo's POV with Billy. I still ain't gonna say his last name, and I'm slurring my words. But until next time, be good and be safe. Peace. You gotta say it with me. You gotta say it with me. You gotta say be good and be safe. Peace.
All right, be good. Ready?
Be good. Be safe. Peace.